many of you ask me how to do the project, right? So again, the project, you need to use the embed simulator to simulate and to write the program for your project. So you need to have 3 analog sensors and 1 digital sensors. Okay, so if we go to the embed simulator, okay, so you can have many component here. All right. So the analog, the problem is that the digital temperature you can get from here as HH31 temperature and humidity sensor. This one you can use straight away, but the other analog sensors you need to use this, yeah, analog potentiometer. But how to use this to simulate for different sensor? So the trick is that you need to know how the sensor work. All right. So for example, if you use LM35, okay, so you need to know what is the relation between the LM35 and the temperature. All right. So let's see this. So for example, if you have your microcontroller, you want to connect to the LM35. Right. So you need to know how the LM35 work. So in this case, LM35 working principle is easy. So in the notes also explain on this sensor, or you can get from the internet. Yeah. So what you need to know is the relation between the voltage and the temperature. So for LM35, the sensitivity is 10 millivolt per degree Celsius. What is this mean? Meaning that for 0 degree Celsius, the voltage output that you send to microcontroller is 0 volt. All right. So the analog sensor is 0 volt, and you need to use your microcontroller to convert this 0 volt to the digital value. And what if the temperature is 1 degree Celsius? So this is mean the voltage must be 10 millivolt or 0.01 volt. 2 degrees Celsius is 20 millivolt or 0.02 and so on. But this is for LM35. So when you use with your analog potentiometer here, when you use with this one, all right? So when you vary the voltage here, All right, for example, you vary to 1, so you need to write a program such that 1 here, 1 volt will display. If you have the LCD, right, you need to have an LCD. So 1 here will display what is the temperature. If 1 volt must be 100 degrees Celsius, right? If 1 volt. Okay, if 0.5 volt means that 50 degrees Celsius. So it displayed 50 degrees Celsius. So that is for LM35. But what if you have another sensor? For example, of course you need to have 3 sensors, right? So what if you have other sensor, right? For example, the LDART. Okay, so you have another sensor, LDART. So LDART is to sense light, right? Light. Okay, so now you need to know how the LDART work, right? So how to know? So you need to open book or refer to the datasheet, or you can search in Google. All right, so I try to search in Google. There are a lot of working principle in for the LDART. So this is one example. Yeah, so this is how the LDART work, the basic working principle of the LDART. So this is LDART, which is the resistor actually that is sensitive to the light. So the resistance here is vary based on the light that this resistor receive. So and it should vary the V out here, and this V out is connected to your microcontroller. All right, so if the light is less, so it will change the resistance value here, and because this is voltage divider, right, you have 2 resistor here. Okay, so it will vary or change the V out also, and this changing its I think linear, right? So you can calculate for that. All right, so you can calculate. So now this is V out, and the relation with the value of the light is not in voltage but in lux, LUX. All right, the intensity of the light. So you need to find the relationship between the V out and LUX. So for example, the V out, if you, for example, if you your V in is 3.3 volt here, and you need to define your RS. All right, so you need to explain this in your report. Okay, how your sensor is working. Okay, so you need to find the relation between your V out and the LUX, which is not in this website. There is no explanation, but you can get from other website or in the books also. What is the relation between this V out and the light intensity or the lux unit. So back to the your project. So you need to have another analog potentiometer, which is the same one, but now here you used to replace the LDR. Now 1 volt here is not representing the temperature. 1 volt here is representing this V out. This V out. And this V out is representing the light intensity. Okay, so if you change this, you vary this, your LCD will show the lux value. All right, so that is for LDR, and you may have other analog sensor. So if you don't have idea, you can just go to the internet. Actually, there are a lot of example. So let me show you how to get the idea. All right, where is it? Just go to the Google and type, for example, analog sensors. So let's look at the first one, right? Okay, so this is LDART, one of the example already. Temperature, the example already. Oh, force, pressure, you can use also. But of course, you need to know the working principle, the force unit, and how the force is converted or represented in analog value, all right, before you send to the microcontroller. Position, speed, sound, there are a lot, all right? So you can use this in your project. But all of these are analog sensors, so you can use the same potentiometer, all right? Just explain that this potentiometer is represent the light, this one is represent the temperature, this one is represent the pressure, this one is represent the speed, and so on. Okay, so that is how you do your project. And in your report, of course, you need to explain the working principle, how you do the calculation, all right? And of course, you need to have your simulation result and your explanation of your result, your discussion. Okay, that is the way to get the highest mark, the high mark for the project. All right, any question regarding project before we go to chapter 5? All right, so when I said that you did already, right? 3 weeks after you receive the project description, and 3 weeks next week, is it? I don't remember already, but I will create the the due date. I give you another 2 weeks, all right, after 2 weeks you need to present your project, and the presentation platform will be the Google Meet, or you can have an appointment with me to present your project. So we will use Google Meet to for project presentation. Okay, so I will create the add module link for you to submit the assignment. Okay,